We're here at the Airbnb now in Phoenix. We flew down here yesterday night. We're both really tired. We flew in around 11 o'clock and then we didn't get here until about 11:30. We both went to bed, but then I set the alarm for about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, which is almost 2:30 in Seattle. So now I'm getting the men up here ready. And today I'm doing my right side. Already have the ice pack in. I'm gonna do it right about here. Okay, that was it. That one did burn going in a little bit. I think I just needed to ice it a little bit longer, but otherwise it was good. So just had our first appointment at New Directions this morning. Me and Garnet went and we had our vaginal ultrasound to show how many eggs are developing in the follicles, and the doctor said everything's looking good, but it will need to be on the medication for a couple more days just to see how they develop before we can retrieve them. I will be starting a new medication that will pause ovulation from happening. It's the Centrotide medication. It's also a pen. We did a blood draw this morning and they will let us know whether I should start it soon. I'm just waiting to hear back from them. But I'm also going to be taking my Gonal F medication right now. It is 2:30 Seattle time, but 3:30 in Arizona. And the same thing, I did an ice pack to my stomach so I don't feel anything. I'm just gonna get everything set up. Okay, and my dose is still 300. They raised it because my estrogen levels weren't low, but they were on the lower side, and so they just wanted to boost those up. And if it needs to go lower, they'll let me know. Let that dry a little bit. And there we go. And I didn't feel anything. I was able to leave the ice pack on for long enough, so honestly wasn't that bad. So it's another morning, and I'm going to be giving myself another Menopur injection in the morning. I thought I would talk a little bit about any side effects I've been feeling from the medications. I would say that I am feeling like bloated a little bit. I've been feeling a little bit of discomfort in my abdomen area, which I know is normal because, I mean, you're growing eggs, so you're going to be feeling a lot of like fullness down there. I have been a little bit moody, which I don't know if I mentioned in my intro video, but I am bipolar. I have bipolar 1, and I've been receiving medication treatment for it. I've been stable for over 3 years, and I do have moodiness that comes with being bipolar. With taking the medication, I have been feeling a little bit more emotional. Like when we're watching movies and stuff, I tend to be a little more crying about it, which, I mean, I do cry when I watch movies. But I've also been feeling a little grumpy about it sometimes. But honestly, the hardest part for me about going through this was honestly having to take the injections. I was very nervous about it, about if I was going to be able to do it. And I was just very nervous about it. But honestly, the thing that's helped me the most is like the ice pack about it. And then just thinking like every injection, like every time I have to take the medication is just one step closer to having this IVF journey and experience, and it's just one step closer to having a baby, really. So I've been very just like trying to think positive a lot, especially when I'm taking the medication, because I mean, it's obviously not something fun to do, like not something I look forward to, but in a way I kind of do, because I'm thinking every time I give myself the injection, it's just one step closer to my goal, which is having a successful IVF journey. The other thing that's been really helpful is just having a partner that's very supportive. Garnet's very great about like cheering me on and saying that, like, you know, he's proud of me that like I've been doing this, and that's just really been very helpful as well. But yeah, I will say it's not easy, like having to get up 12 hours because I have to take the medication. Not all clinics are like this, by the way. It depends on your clinic and what your doctor recommends for you, but my medication I have to take 12 hours apart. So I have to wake up really early in the morning, 2:30, 3:30 Arizona time, to take my medication and then take it again in the afternoon. So I'm really just determined to have this work. So I'm just trying my best to do what I can and follow the doctor's orders to the T. And then Yeah, just really staying positive. What's helped me a lot, honestly, is watching a lot of other women's IVF journeys and seeing how, like, they've been going through the medications and how what they've been doing to help their IVF journey move forward. I follow a lot of women who really have had successful IVF journeys, and so theirs have turned out positive and they become pregnant. I'll link it in my description notes, like the people that I follow, and there's a couple that have really great videos that I thought have been super helpful for me in my journey. So I'm sure their journey will also help you. And then I will share my calendar because I'm going to be starting to take the Centricide medications in the morning. I'm going to be taking a full dose starting Friday. And the Centricide medication is just a medication that helps prevent ovulation. Obviously, if you've been going on an IVF journey and been taking the other medications to help your eggs grow, you don't want ovulation to happen because then that would be a waste. So I'm going to be taking this medication to prevent ovulation from happening, and then until the egg retrieval happens, and then after I'd be stopping to take this medication, and then ovulation would happen. So as normal, I have my ice pack, and I'm going to be on the left side today. Okay, and there we go. And then here's what my calendar is looking like now. I added in the Centricide AM, and that's just showing when I have to take it starting Friday. Still checking off every time I take the medication and what side it's on so that I rotate sides to prevent bruising and any skin irritation. And then I don't know if I mentioned this, but all the highlighted items is appointments that I have and ones that I have to go to. So I don't have an appointment today, but tomorrow I have an appointment, and I'll video myself at the clinic just so you can see where I'm at and how I'm feeling. And yeah. Hey, so I'm doing my second injection for today. Doing the Gonal F pen, and same routine, ice packing my left side, and yeah, just gonna get everything set up. Going to get it all set up to 300. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. I don't think I've ever counted out loud before. Usually when I do my injections, especially the pen, you're supposed to give yourself the full dose and then count to 5 before taking the pen out, just to make sure like all the medication is going in. And then very important that the dose reads to 0. If it is reading to a different number that isn't 0, that means your dose wasn't completely given. So it's very important that you give yourself the whole dose and then you count to 5. Yeah. Good morning. It's 3:30 in the morning, 2:30 in Seattle time. And I'm just going to be giving myself my Menopur injection and then also the Centrotide medication. That medication is just to prevent ovulation from happening. So I'm going to be giving myself that medication as well. I just took the medication out of the fridge. The Centrotide medication is one that you store in the fridge and then you take out when you're ready to inject yourself with it. I am just letting it go to room temperature. So I'm just getting that ready. And then for the Centrotide medication, the one I have is already pre-filled with the sterile saline. And then I just have to mix it with the powder. It comes with 2 needles. One needle is for mixing the medication, and the other needle is for the injecting. Right, so now I got both injections ready. And I'm doing my right side today. Okay. They weren't that bad. The centroside medication, I will say, has a little bit of a bigger needle. This is the Menopur needle. It's a lot smaller. And the centrotide needle is a little larger, but didn't feel it. I used the ice pack method and didn't feel a thing, so I feel really grateful for that. But yeah, so I have my appointment at New Directions today. I'll video a little bit at the center with me and Garnet saying that we're going in, and then I'll do another video about what happened when we come back. So we're here at New Directions. We're in the parking lot for our next scan to see how the eggs are developing. Hi, Garnet.
What's up, DJ?
And I'll give you an update when we get out to see, like, hopefully if we know when our egg retrieval date is. Yeah. So it's 3:30 Phoenix time, but 2:30 in Seattle. So I'm going to be giving myself my Gonal F medication. The doctor's appointment at New Directions went really well. They said my eggs were developing very well, and it should just be a few more days for the medication. And we have an egg retrieval date for Wednesday. So Wednesday is our hopeful day to get the eggs retrieved. We will also be flying back to Seattle on Wednesday after the egg retrieval date. So that's exciting. That's the 11th. We were estimating being here between the 9th and the 15th, depending on like how everything was looking. So we're very excited. Excited to go back home. I miss Dalen. We weren't able to bring them this time around just because they would be missing too much school. But when we come back in March for the transfer, the embryo transfer, we'll definitely be bringing them because it will be a shorter amount of time. So I have the Gonal F medication. It's in a different syringe because I had all these pens that I used most of the medication, and the doctor or the nurses at New Directions were able to take out all the extra medications and give me a couple full doses. And now I only need to purchase 2 more extra pens so that I have enough until Monday. So my end date for all the injections is Monday. I'm very excited. Yeah. And so ice packing my right side. I'm just letting that numb a bit. I still have a fairly nice sized bruise from the very first Gonal F pen I did. If you saw earlier in the video, when I did my very first injection of the Gonal F pen, I injected myself twice because I didn't give myself the full dose. So I injected myself until 25 and I took it out too early, and I injected myself again, but because I did that, it ended up giving myself a bruise on my right side. So I'm gonna avoid that area, but be very careful when I'm injecting it. And I'm so thankful. I don't know if all clinics are able to give you extra, pull out the extra medications from your pens, but I thought it was very kind that I didn't have to purchase extra pens. Okay. So you can see the bruise is like right there. So I'm going to be injecting like right around here. Okay. And I will be showing you my calendar as well, because it did change a bit with our egg retrieval date. Okay, so if you see here, today is the 6th, and I just gave myself the Gonal F medication on the right side, and then they canceled my appointment for tomorrow. I don't have to come back until Sunday. So we have a follow-up appointment on Sunday just to get the labs and to make sure the eggs are looking good. And then appointment Monday, last time for the medications, and then the egg retrieval date will be on Wednesday.